Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Today, I've not been able to go to church for a number of reasons. You know, partly is that I actually don't have money to go. To get, because the church is a little bit of a distance, and the truth of the matter is that I just didn't have money for a cab. I thought I would walk, but when I woke up, I was kind of feeling, that kind of lethargic, not able to feel so motivated. Yeah, but not that my faith is shaken. No, my faith is not shaken. It is just that situation where you feel so discouraged. And this is emanating from what is currently happening in our country, the prevailing issue of Dr. or Archbishop Dr. Banda, where he has been summoned by the law enforcers for him to go and give his side of story on the alleged government vehicle that he received as a gift. The authorities have clearly come out to explain why they want Archbishop Dr. Banda to go and give his side of story. This is an issue that came to the fore sometime last year. It has been in the public domain for a long time, and statements have been made linking Archbishop Dr. Banda to have had received a government vehicle fraudulently. This has been very clear from a long time ago. It has not happened today. It has happened, I think, quite some time. I need to check exactly when this news broke. So this is the issue that is in public domain in Zambia at the moment. And after the call out was issued, a call out which was actually private, which was supposed to go to Archbishop Banda, this call out found itself on social media, and there have been reactions. And most of the people that have been reacting to this matter are politicians. It seems to me that politicians are now feasting on this as if to get some political nutrients out of this situation. As you know, or some of you might have a different view, but from my perspective, the opposition in Zambia is very weak, and they don't seem to have real substantive issues to talk about, because President Hakainde Hichilema, the man that they criticized, the man that they thought would perform so badly, is actually doing very well. And this has become very difficult for the opposition to find issues to discuss. And so this issue, when it broke on social media, political operatives have quickly jumped on this, or they have latched on this, and they are taking it as their agenda, their issue. Of course, even myself, being a politician, I have come out to talk about it, basically to defend the truth. To defend the truth, not to defend Hakainde Hichilema or to defend the ruling party. I have come out to state facts, to state where we are coming from and what has been happening, something that some people may not know. I have been bringing out some of these issues. Now, I was very disappointed yesterday when the Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops came out and issued a statement. This statement went as far as supporting Dr. Archbishop Banda, and they are looking at this call out as an assault on the church, as a way of silencing the church, and in this case particularly Archbishop Dr. Banda. Now, I have always appreciated the Catholic Church because I am Catholic, and I'm not just really, I wouldn't say I'm just that ordinary Catholic. You know, yes, I'm just ordinary Catholic, but I am one of those people that has gone through formation. I am one of those people that has benefited in terms of education from the Catholic. The education that I can actually boast of comes from the Catholic Church. And from what I was taught by the Catholic themselves, one of the subjects was logic. And in this subject, they taught us how to think correctly. They taught us how to ask the right questions. And when I look at the issue at the moment, the issue that we are talking about, where Archbishop Dr. Banda, the cosmopolitan Archbishop of Lusaka, has been summoned. Summoned for what? Summoned to come and give his side of story on how he received a vehicle which was even registered, which was later on changed into his name. And the authorities come to say, ask him, come and explain to us, how did you get this vehicle? Who gave you? What were the circumstances? How did then the government vehicle change the name into your name? This is the issue. And now, the Catholic bishops of Zambia, they have issued a statement to say this is a fight against the church. This is one way of silencing divergent views. The question is, according to what you, the Catholic, taught me, is it logical? Is it reasonable? Is it reasonable? Your graces, I am not trying to attack my church, but I'm trying to look at facts as they are. I am not attacking the church, but I am looking at logic, the logic that you taught me, the correct thinking that you taught me. What you said yesterday and what the government is saying, is it resonating? Is it logical? Somebody says, you received a vehicle, a government vehicle, and it is registered in your name. Can you please come and explain? How does that translate into government fighting the church? How? Mbeleleni kolu se njafweni ko kutontonkanya limbini nduwa. Njafweni ko kutontonkanya. Help me think, help me understand this. Mwema bishops wa Zambia na papata. Mwema patili. Na bambi. I mean, a lot of you are my friends. A lot of you are my friends, priests. Those of you who are in the church are my friends. I've got a lot of you, and I've been interacting with a number of these priests. And at least I must commend my priest friends, because, I mean, a number of them, they have really not seen anything wrong in what the government has done. But I am disappointed, to say the truth. I'm very disappointed, for me, that the bishops of Zambia have decided to twist this into an assault on the church, as the government fighting the church, when in fact there is a prima facie case here. There is a prima facie case here, because in Zambia, receiving property that has been stolen is a crime. And in this instance, this vehicle belonged to government. And it has been found to be in the name of Archbishop Banda. Surely, even if we want to side with our own, I think we need to be logical at least. At least we need to be logical. I am wondering what the bishops in Zambia are saying about this vehicle. What are you saying about this vehicle? What are you saying about this vehicle? What has Archbishop Dr. Banda told you about this vehicle? If Dr. Banda, Archbishop Banda, I have to emphasize doctor because he emphasizes on that doctor thing. But anyway, if Archbishop Banda has explained to his fellow bishops the circumstances under which he got this vehicle, maybe the Zccb would have done well to explain to the public that, look, this is how our brother got this vehicle. At least they would have done that. Because all of us, and I believe the Zambian public and over, want to know what were the circumstances. How did he receive this vehicle? A government vehicle, and it has been turned into his name. It has been alleged, there have been people that have said, no, it was a gift, a worker from ZRA bought it and then gave it to the Archbishop. But the people that are talking, these are political operatives. Archbishop Banda himself has been dead silent. He has never said anything. The vehicle was seized from him. And no statement has been made. So surely, you should not talk about these things. I think we need to be sincere. We need to be sincere by the fact that I'm Catholic. It doesn't mean that I should not question, some of these things, especially things that come in public. You want me to talk about all the other things, but not this one. Isn't that bias? When something bad happens in the country, you want me to talk about it. But no, this one, no. Because you are a Catholic, don't talk about it. That is hypocrisy. In my view, that is hypocrisy. If I'm going to talk about all these other issues, but just because it involves my Archbishop, I should keep quiet. That is hypocrisy. And the other issue is, I am privileged to be, most of the times I'm privileged to have some knowledge beyond what is in public domain. I am privileged. Archbishop Dr. Banda is not a stranger to me. And even himself, wherever he's sitting, he would say, totally, I'm not a stranger to him. Some of his political friends are mutual friends. One particular instance is the late President Edgar Chagwalungu. Edgar Chagwalungu was a very close friend of Archbishop Dr. Banda. But he was also my friend. And through my other political friends, I know how Archbishop Dr. Banda has been operating. I know. And I'm sorry to tell you that Archbishop Dr. Banda has, I don't know, for lack of a better way, I'm not trying to sound so educated, because my education is just a very humble education coming from the Catholic. I think I can describe it like, you know, what you call Phariscalism. If I can, you know, pronunciation might be a little bit, but Phariscalism. What this word simply means is whereby, you know, the church leaders pose to be so religious outside, but in the background they are so materialistic, and they have got a certain bias to the affluent. This Phariscalism is whereby church leaders outside, you know, they are church leaders and what, looking so religious, so pious, but behind the scenes they are materialistic. Behind the scenes they favor who they should align with. This is how I've seen, this is my experience with this Archbishop Dr. Archbishop Banda. And I don't want to go into details of saying this, but if anyone would challenge me to say, what do you mean? I would actually point out. But some of these things are actually in the public domain, like I've already said. Archbishop Dr. Archbishop Banda has been so politically biased towards the PF against the UPND. Whenever there is anything that he perceives, you know, not to be correct in his judgment, he has come out strongly against the UPND. Most of the times he has come out very strongly against the UPND. And this has attracted the name calling that the bishops are talking about. You know, the bishops have said, you know, Archbishop Banda has been a subject of name calling. But if you ask yourself, who has caused that name calling? It is Archbishop Dr. Archbishop Banda himself. In Zambia, we have 10 bishops. Have you seen other bishops being called names the way Archbishop Banda is being called? It is not that Archbishop Archbishop Banda is the only one who has been vocal on political matters. We have had other bishops, other clergy who have been critical. But they have attracted reaction corresponding to, commensurating to what they bring out. But in this case, particularly by Archbishop Banda, Archbishop Banda has been very negative on the UPND, unnecessarily negative. I am not in any way saying that the Archbishop should not talk about, you know, political issues, should not advocate for people, but it is the way that he has portrayed himself. The way he has portrayed himself. He has portrayed himself as, you know, a politician or a leader, one of the leaders of the Patriotic Front especially. That is linked to Edgar Chagwalungu. In my view, and in my humble view, I must emphasize, I think that is not the way that, you know, a church leader should conduct himself. We have seen Archbishop Banda going to visit some political leaders when they are arrested, whilst others he doesn't go. But some who are his friends, those that he has chosen, these are mine, he rushes to go there. Is that the way you fight justice? Is that how a Catholic archbishop should fight for justice? Selective justice? When your friends, the affluent, those whom you benefit from, are arrested, then you jump. Phariscalism. Yeah, the way I will type it. That is not the way. That is not the way. And then Even his life, I'm sorry, I don't want to go, but if you go look at his life, I have been in Catholic from the time when I was young, and I've been exposed to the life of Catholic priests, including bishops. I was in Ndola Diocese. I was literally a son of, the Franciscan fathers at Franciscan Saint. I was literally their son during the time of Father Kalolo, Father Umbeto, Father Mia, and the recent man that just died, Father Telesiano. I mean, those, they will tell you. This Father Alexander Ngosa, they were, coming up as young priests, and those are the people that motivated me to be also a priest. When I used to see them, they were just young. So I know the life of priests. Of course, you can say, no, those are religious priests. But no, even the diocesan priests. I have also seen the life of diocesan priests. And at the end of the day, anyway, they are all priests who should be at the service of the people, and whatever they have should be at the disposal of others. Mark my words. As a priest, my understanding, you are the servant of the people, and you own nothing. Even if you are a diocesan, you own nothing. Whatever you have should be for the proclamation of the word of God. Jesus Christ did not have. Jesus Christ was poor. Not that people did not give him gifts and everything. They did. They did. Jesus Christ received a lot of gifts from people. Jesus Christ did not put those things in his name. No, he didn't. But now we have a situation where somebody is so materialistic in terms of his life to an extent whereby he lives alone. I mean, in my life, I've never seen, it is the first time I've only seen it with Archbishop Dr. Banda living alone. I've not seen it. I've not seen it. I was shocked. But most of the times, Archbishop Dr. Banda, most of the times he lives alone. And I can be challenged on that. Most of the times he lives alone. But this is strange to me. This is strange to me. So, my point is that my bishops in Zambia, I don't think you are being fair with the government. I don't think you are being fair with the government. I don't think you are being fair with the government to come and say the government is fighting the church, when one of your brothers has clearly tempted himself to be among the politicians, taking sides on who he should support, on who he should associate with. Archbishop Banda doesn't associate with me because I'm poor. I'm sure if I were rich, I'm sure he would have even paid attention. If I were rich, I think he would have paid attention. But anyway, it is not about me. It is not about me. I am just mentioning that to show that I have experience. I have seen it. I have hands-on information. Hands-on information. Even on how he plays in politics, how he's perceived in politics. Among the PF members, Archbishop Dr. Banda is seen as a kingmaker. Is seen as a kingmaker. This is why you are seeing all these oppositions, all those who want to contest as president, you see them going to pay homage to him. You see them going to pay homage to him. And he proudly comes out and takes pictures with them, with the Archdiocese logo printed on the picture. come on, my brothers and sisters, come on. Let's be realistic here. Let's be realistic here. Let us look at things truthfully and not to hide in clericalism. No. Let us not hide in that. Let us not hide in that. Let us not hide in that. If one of our brothers has gone the other way, I think we need, to give that fraternal correction and not come out and say, no, we are in support, and start accusing government that government is attacking the church. It is the conduct of Archbishop Dr. Alec Banda that has necessitated government to take this particular archbishop in this way. That is why he's being treated like this. It is because of how he has perceived himself. Hakainde Ichirema, to him he's a rival. And what do you expect? When this archbishop is coming so strongly against politicians, what do you expect? When we see this archbishop favoring others, preferring others to us, what do you expect? Yes, I'm Catholic, but I'm a politician. And if I see this archbishop is promoting another politician, I should just keep quiet and watch. Because even me, yes, I'm Catholic, but I'm a politician. I would also want the support of the archbishop. So if I don't receive I see my archbishop promoting another one and not promoting me, what do you expect? What do you expect? Do you think I'm going to stand up and clap for him? No. And where necessary, I'll take him as a political operative. I'll take him as a political operative. Because he's giving undue advantage to other politicians at my expense. He is a bishop. He's an archbishop. And as an archbishop, he has got influence. So if he as an archbishop, is using his position as an archbishop and the following that he has, he's using the church to garner support for another politician. Me, Chirufatayali, who is a Catholic, who was a seminarian, I should just watch. I'll treat him. Yes, my faith. I am actually at pain right now to discuss him because he's my archbishop, and as an archbishop, I should respect him irrespective of all these things. But unfortunately, I can't help it. I can't help it. There is a problem here that we should honestly face. There is a problem here that we should honestly face. And unless we keep burying it and start accusing others to say, no, they are fighting him, because they are fighting the church, they are fighting the church, I don't think we are helping the situation. And I can tell you that among the Catholic Church, among the faithful, there are others who are UPND, there are others who are Economic and Equity Party, there are others who are socialist and whatever. So if those who are UPND, for example, they are not happy with the way this archbishop has been coming out against their leader. They are not happy. They are not happy. And should we just keep quiet because we are Catholics? No. No. This man is the cause. If there is really a reasonable issue, substantive issue, I think we would appreciate. If there is a cause that there is an advocate to say, no, he's fighting for justice, he's fighting for this, at least, I have defended other bishops. I come out very strongly to defend my church. But not a Archbishop Banda. No. Because he's a politician. Yes, he's an archbishop, but he has portrayed himself as a politician. And what do you expect me to do? What do you expect me to do? How do you want me to take him? How do you want me to take him? Yes, I'm Catholic, but how do you want me to take an archbishop who is using his position, he was using the church to disadvantage me, a politician? How do you want me to take him? How do you want me to take him? Now, how do you want me to handle my Catholicism? How do you want me to handle it? Eh? Forget about that kind of Ichilema. Just, I speak myself. I am a politician. You may not recognize me, but I'm a politician. I am a politician. And if you dismiss me and go and choose another person to say, no, this one is more political, is more of a politician. This one, he deserves to be visited when he's in jail, not Tayadi. How do you want me to react? How do you want me to react? Eh? How do you want me to react? Eh? No. Come on. This is just not right. This is not just right. It is Phariscalism. It is Phariscalism, where the church leaders, yes, you present yourself, you are church leaders and whatever, but you are choosing who to associate with, mostly those who you believe have got something to give you. Because even this vehicle is coming in that line. It is because he was close to President Edgar Chagwa Lungu. But by the fact that he was a friend to President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, it doesn't mean that he has got a right to receive government property as a gift. No, that is not right. Because this is why he got that vehicle. He got that vehicle because he was a friend of the president. And that is why he got that gift. Why didn't other bishops get such gifts? Why? Because he was a friend. Phariscalism. He was a friend of the president, and he got that gift. Let's face it. He was a president. He was a friend of the president, and that's why he got that vehicle. Otherwise, explain to us, why are you quiet? Why are you quiet? And why bring in to say, no, the government is fighting the church. The government is fighting the church. No. There is a prima facie case here. And if other people are being called to go and explain how they got resources or properties which are suspected to be proceeds of crime, if others are being called and being questioned, why shouldn't Archbishop Banda be questioned? Why should it be turned into the government is fighting the church? Why? No, man, no. So, mumbere rekoluse, I'm not, fighting my church, because even me, you start saying, no, he's fighting the church. No, he's attacking the church. I'm not attacking the church. I am talking about what has been prevailing in our archbishop, relating to this archbishop. The church has always been fighting for justice, has been fighting for equality, has been speaking out for the voice of the voiceless. Even now we have this issue of, even on the global scene, you have seen how Vatican has been coming out strongly against some of these immigration laws, which are destabilizing the lives of people, which do not favor the poor. We have seen how the church has been coming out. We have seen how the church has been coming out. But look at the language. It's not the language that comes out from Archbishop Dr. Archbishop Banda. This government has become rogue. Have you ever seen a letter coming from Vatican where they call a particular government to say this government has become rogue? This leader is playing with fire. No, come on. So let's be real. Anyway, I just wanted to say this in the morning. I will come back at 20 hours. Again, I want to open phone lines, but I wanted that during the day, you can think about this. To be honest with you, I felt very discouraged even, yes, I don't have money, but I could have walked. I mean, my church, it's about 2 kilometers from where I am. But a number of times I've walked. It has not been an issue. But today when I woke up, I felt so discouraged. You know, not that my faith has been shaken. No. I mean, the activities of Archbishop Banda and whoever, no, they don't bother me. The church is made up of human beings who are prone to make mistakes, to sin like me. So I never, you know, I will never turn against my church because one or two few people have gone the other way or have gone astray. No. But I believe in telling the truth and fraternal correction. In this instance, I have got no any other way of talking to Archbishop Dr. Archbishop Banda other than this platform, because if anything, Archbishop Dr. Archbishop Banda has chosen a public way of engagement. Archbishop Banda talks in the media. Archbishop Banda wants to write seculars, strong seculars. He doesn't believe in, you know, engagement. He doesn't believe in that. And these are the problems that you attract when you become so confrontational. You think, you know, you are a demigod. You can be an archbishop, but you shouldn't be a demigod. When you think you are this powerful, I mean, those others, they will also act in such manners, you know. And to start with, that call out was private to him. But what does he do? He spread it on social media so that people can be talking, so that politicians can be talking. Now it is a full-blown political issue. This is a full-blown political issue. Anyway, we will talk more tonight at 20 hours. At 20 hours, I will open phone lines. We can discuss this issue. In the meantime, to those of you, my Catholic friends, and those of you who think of me favorably, I ask you to pray for me, because I too need discernment. I too need discernment. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, but I would want to be a better person. And I wish that even those in the church leadership would also look at, you know, growing in their faith and in the way they do these things. Because these things really, they are not just being fabricated. These are real issues. And me, I'm telling you, these are real issues. These are real issues with facts. Things that I've seen. I have met Dr. Archbishop Banda. I have heard Dr. Archbishop Banda. I know his position on a number of issues politically. I know. And surely, I mean, it is unfair. It is unfair. We cannot be saying we are fighting justice by being unfair to others. No, it is not correct. Anyway, let's talk at 20 hours. And I want to say that I am also actively on YouTube. So please try to follow me on YouTube so that maybe I can also be earning a little bit of money on YouTube. You know, because a lot of you say, no, mshani na wadi, whatever. You know, I'm trying to grow my social media presence, because, I mean, there is quite a bit of money that can come my way. So please go and like that channel at Chilutaya on YouTube, so that I can grow my my audience. Anyway, pray for me. It's a Sunday. Those of you who haven't gone to church already, please go to church. And when you go to church, remember me in your prayers. May God bless you. May God bless Zambia. We'll talk at 20 hours.